it's Lasha. As promised, it's Manic Monday, but I was with my friend last night. Heather, I'm going to call you today. I went out last night, and after the 2 weeks of moving, I was out till 1 o'clock, and I'm usually in bed at 9. My point is, yeah, okay. I'm not 25 anymore. That's all I can tell you. I can't not drink. I really can't. One Caesar and that's it. So anyway, the reason we're not going to the gym today is because I hadn't warmed up and I was doing the splits because I can do them. But I hadn't warmed up and I pulled a hamstring muscle because I keep forgetting I'm 51 and I have 59 days, I think. Oh, I don't know. Today's the 16th or 17th, so July 20th, I'll be 52. My point is, I don't want to piggyback. Is that the right word? I don't want to be like a frog and jump over somebody's shoes. But I found this video on YouTube, and I'm going to share it. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this. If I'm not, then they'll take it off, right? But this was 7 days ago. I told you I subscribe to a lot of channels. And it's about, I don't call them the Harkles, Meghan and Harry. I call them the Maharkles, as in Ma, because I've noticed that Prince Charles, Andrew, not William, but Harry, Wallace Simpson, and King George, who then denounced himself from the throne, and then the spare. I think it was King George the Third or Fourth, who was Queen Elizabeth II's father, and his nickname was Bertie. Could you imagine if Queen Elizabeth called Prince Harry Bertie? I think it's so disrespectful that Harry called his alleged daughter Lilibet Diana. Oh, come on. Lilibet was the Queen's pet name of her father. That is so, I watch Tea and Therapy, and if you want to know anything about the royal family, Tea and Therapy, it's the Bubble family, and I actually joined it because I loved it. You get a badge for the first month you're a member, and then you get a second badge, and you get your name on the board and a shout out, and she's just great, and she's a therapist, so she takes what's going on with celebrity, because that's what gets views, which any person that's on YouTube that's trying to do something has to talk about things that are popular. But Maharkles, the reason I call them Ma, Madonna had her movie W-E, Wallace and Edward, all wrong. She was not in love with him. It was so common back in those days for men to allow their wives to have affairs with the kings because it brought up their status. And, Queen Elizabeth's son did not want to be king. Anybody who hasn't watched the King's Speech, and that's when I started researching the royal family, and Lady Diana, but I'm off track. Have you ever noticed that all of the men in the royal family look for mother figures? Like, I can't imagine not being hugged. It's nourishment for the soul. It's not, I don't understand it. But culture is everything. Let me play you this YouTube video that I found. And they're much better commentators than I am. I'm more of a reading by the beach, playing in the gym, singing in the guitar, and ranting about the doctor than anything. I'm very good at ranting about the doctor, the surgeon, that didn't keep his oath because he knew he made a mistake, but he didn't say anything. So that's what I'm trying to change. And that's why I was singing, if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. But unfortunately, fortunately, that song was written. It's just hard for me to reconcile who wrote it. Anyway, here's the video, okay? Enough of my mug. That's been 6 minutes of my mug. Okay, the next, here it goes. Here it is. Let me find it. When I'm all set up in the media room, you'll see. Here we go. I'm gonna try. Hang on. This is so weird. Because I don't edit, and I don't know how to edit, so...
Stood there for a few minutes, and then she was gone straight away. Apparently, she'd had to be brought in by wheelchair.
This is the Queen
the
at
King,
her last
as he is now,
Jubilee.
but as he was the Prince Charles, really implored her to try and put everything together to essentially give a final farewell, because I think the family all knew how ill she was at the time. I mean, that is just phenomenal service, right till the end, right?
I mean, it breaks your heart. It breaks your heart.
I subscribe to this channel.
Because you and I were
and I always like
together
videos
around the Jubilee. We felt it. We did feel like she wasn't feeling great, and there was some concern for her health. But we certainly didn't know she'd gone to that extent to present herself to the public as like you said, a farewell and a thank you and an I love you and a goodbye.
Well, this was 3 months before her death, right? It was June was the Jubilee. It was September that she died. She was suffering, it's pretty widely known now, from quite an aggressive bone cancer, which is incredibly painful.
I did not know that.
Incredibly painful. In her 90s, 96 years of age. I mean, it is absolutely phenomenal that
I did not know that. Did you all know that?
She wasn't like, look, I'm just too ill, crack on without me. But she did it, and oh my word, I'm so glad I was there and saw it, because I was there 20 years before for the Golden Jubilee, and I was there for that one, and that, as it turned out, was her final.
Okay, first of all, I did not know that Queen Elizabeth II died of bone cancer. I was actually looking for information online probably a month ago as to, was it old age? Was it a stroke? Was it, what was it? I've got my hair in it's back there. Anyway, I did not know that. That's absolutely terrible. My Baba, who you all have heard me talk about, I'm waiting for the ad to end. She's 98. She's going to be 98. 98 or 99? Okay, wait. And yeah, and she was a potato picker in Ukraine and came over to Ukraine in her 30s. My Baba. And you know what? I look like a stara baba. I always knew I'd look very Ukrainian when I was elder.
When it came to
here we go.
Walkabout after
the Queen's
death between what was the Fab Four, Meghan, Harry, Kate,
okay.
and William.
This is where they talk about on the walkabout after the Queen passed away and the service. There were still very, very hard feelings in the family And apparently, according to, you should check this channel out actually. It's Talk TV. It's Talk TV. Okay. Snappy Beats. Meghan Markle's meant to be the actress, not Kate. Kinsey Schofield on Royal Book Bombshells. This was 7 days ago. I don't even know what book she's talking about, but at any rate, the Oprah Winfrey, according to this source, I could have taken a little piece and edited it and make it look perfect. Make it. You know, Emma always says on Tea and Therapy, oh, the menopause. She doesn't say it like that. She says, don't want to imitate her English accent because I can't do it. But, oh, the menopause. And she'll say, tis, dismisses. What is it? Oh, what does that mean? I swear, the menopause. Oh, and she has a fan there, and she's 49. And I'm going to be 52. But I cheat. That's why I think I always go like this. But anyway, the Oprah Winfrey interview was the end of it. And see, I knew that Harry would go because he would not want to be written out of history. And I believe that the Queen asked them to leave. I also believe that, and I'm going to do a segment on this, but I haven't done enough research yet. The psychology of Harry, and he doesn't have ADHD. And I used to love Gabor Mate. Like, I thought he was brilliant, but a lot of other opinions on YouTube, irresponsible, all of that. However, I still support Gabor Mate. I actually support Harry. You know why? When H.G. Tudor, who is a renowned narcissist, and he has a YouTube channel, he's got 5 million people that tune in. And he's a riot because he explains how narcissists think. They don't look at other people as human, but as objects to feed off of, walk on top of, and get to the next plank, which Piers Morgan said Meghan Markle did it to him. And I even sent Piers Morgan a message on comments, and I said, you're just hurt because you liked her and then she ghosted you. But you know what? Piers Morgan has been a journalist and talked about interviewed all kinds of people his whole life. So he would know better than anybody. And he's walked out on his show saying he didn't believe a damn word she said on that channel. And did you notice that she came out first? And when she was talking to Oprah, I'll never forget the tone of her voice. There is something obtuse and facile about her. Facile is an old word for shallow, like nothing in there except for oneself. Do you think Meghan Markle would ever go on camera without her hair done, her fake eyelashes, her Botox? I don't know how. Even Nicole, okay, I'm off track. My deep dive is going to be about Harry, William, and Diana. The psychology behind it from my perspective, from the footage I've watched, the research that I've done. But those videos really do take a lot of time. They cannot be impromptu. But the Oprah interview, when Oprah said, we've been waiting a long time to talk, Meghan Markle's voice was just like, uh-huh. You know, that sort of condescending, like that. And she had this dupe and delight thing when she was talking about Kate. When Oprah said, "Did you make Kate cry?" No. It was the latter. Oh! And then Oprah, when the children's skin color came up, and Oprah acted like she was surprised. What? Like, give me oh, like she didn't know this. Just like Lance Armstrong when she interviewed him, like, you? Really? Like she didn't know? Oh my gosh. Like, I love Oprah. And you know why I started to love her? Because when she started her show, she was authentic, she was real. Then she became a little more powerful, a little more rich. And it happened later in life for her. And she changed. She did, she changed. Instead of talking to real people, now it was all about celebrity, because that's what gets people to view. And then my question is, why are we obsessed with celebrity? But the whole thing about this Meghan and Harry interview is, I believe that Meghan Markle absolutely has narcissistic personality, like Donald Trump. And when people have that, they get worse as they get older. They get worse. They get worse. And when you look at the way she holds him, she's always got her hand on his back. Even when they hold hands, they struggle, like to who's holding thumbs. When Meghan Markle looked jealous of her alleged daughter's own, did I already say this? She's got blue eyes. Like she was jealous. It was weird. And I do not think she was pregnant at all. Now, royal titles, none for the kids. I think Archie is his, because the royal family wouldn't have allowed them to bring out a substitute child. So when they were in, I forget where they were, but Archie came along. It's a pretty famous footage. That was the real one, I think. But watch Tea and Therapy. She can break this down much better than me. So for Lasha, I'm referring you to Tea and Therapy today if you want to know more about the royals. When I get my video put up and together, it's going to look very nice, because I am learning more and more every day. I just wanted to give you my little take on it. I just think it's a bunch of malarkey. I think it's so much deeper than that too. Like the things that Harry must know and Meghan must know about Prince Andrew. Like Jeffrey Epstein. And also, if you look at the footage of Ghislaine Maxwell's last appearance at Kensington Palace, it was the same time. I'm 100% positive, but don't quote me on it. If you watch Chasing Ghislaine, or Google the last time Ghislaine was seen at Kensington Palace, it's the same date as Meghan Markle on the Netflix series right here. I had to listen to other people's opinions, watch this, because I couldn't wrap my head around what people were saying could be true, because I don't get it. But go to Tea and Therapy and Emma. She will tell you everything about all this if you're interested, because she's a therapist. She's not naive. She's a critical thinker. I'm really excited about doing my psychology bit on Harry, William, the Prince of Wales, and King Charles III, the late Lady Diana, and Prince Harry. I am going to do that. But for Manic Monday, the gym day today, not today, lads and lasses. I'm sorry. If I feel better tonight, I'll do the exercises and then I will post them tomorrow. And remember, tomorrow's Tuesday. So tomorrow I'll be reading page 15 to 20 of Margaret Atwood's The Testaments. Hopefully it'll be a nice day by the lake. Okay? And if not, I haven't been in the media room. So what we can do is I'll set up, it will have singing Tuesdays. I'll just switch it up a little bit. Anyways, thank you to the 25 people have joined me. Thank you. And there's been 6,907 views. The only reason I don't look at that, but I look once a week because I just want to put out a thank you. And I don't know who subscribes or views. I haven't figured that out on my settings. So I really thank you so much to you 25 who joined me. Thank you so much. And for anybody that even viewed. And if you want to consider subscribing, liking, I don't get any comments. I'd love comments on what you think of it. What could be better? Like, I love to research and talk. What do you want to hear about? You know, you're all, people are so busy nowadays. I'm very busy nowadays, but I do have the time to do some research. So, what would you like me to talk about? Just curious. Okay, thank you, everybody. Have a great day. It's Monday. Have a wonderful day. Bye.